motherfuckers. Tonight is Moms Who Drink and Swear. I'm your host, Andrew McMahon. I'm going to get things started off for you guys tonight and tell you a little bit about me. I'm Italian. Any other paisans here? Oh, we don't normally like to identify ourselves in crowds. Just ask JFK. Oh. My people killed Jesus too. See, a lot of people think the Jews killed Jesus, but that's not true. The Romans killed Jesus, and I want credit. Like I said, I'm Italian. My baby sister Tony and I are very light-haired, light-skinned like my mother. And my sister Nikki is very jet-black hair, very caramel skin like my father. So we were in the Kmart, and I was like chonking down on a huge dill pickle because it was the 80s, and that's what you did in Kmart. And this woman came over to my sister, and she kneeled down, and she said, "Is this your mother?" And my mother said, "Excuse me?" And the woman said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, you don't look Mexican." This is the moment the light bulb goes off. I'm gonna convince my sister that she was adopted. So we have this like display birth certificate that you get like at the grocery store. It has little baby ink feet on it and a picture. You write down how long it is, how much it weighs, you put it in a frame, you throw on the wall. So I said, "Nikki, I can prove you're not Mexican." And I brought her over the picture, and I ran my finger across a tiny sentence at the bottom of the frame, and it said, "Made in Taiwan." I said, "You were made in Taiwan, that's a legal document." And she started freaking out. She's like, "My real family's gonna come for me. My real family's gonna come for me." My mother was so shaking mad with me. She said, "Your father's gonna deal with you." So behind that closed door, my dad said, "Don't tell your mother that I didn't hit you. And don't tell your mother that I'm drunk." I'm kidding you guys, he hit me. He was drunk, it was the 80s. I'm happy to report after 25 years of smoking cigarettes, I quit. I vape now. That's the same reaction my family had. I was at my niece's birthday party and I was like being cool auntie. I was jumping in the bounce house, I was in the ball pit, and I dropped my vape. So I gathered the kids around. I said, "Auntie dropped her vape." And my nephew goes, "Well, we really don't know the long-term outcome." And I said, "Not now, Miles. Anyone who finds it will get $20. And Miles goes, "I'll do it for 50. I said, "I could buy a new one for 50. And he goes, "Well, how bad do you want it right now?" And then my niece goes, "Equal work for equal pay." And I said, "Not for girls." I'm married. I've been married for 22 years now. Thank you. Fun fact, I'm extremely anemic. That means I bruise really easily. That's what my husband wants me to say. My husband hates that joke. He's like, "People are gonna think I beat you." I said, "No, they're not. Look at you, come on." He's got a grown-up job, and he took me to a colleague's dinner party, and it always makes me very anxious, and I make jokes, and he doesn't like that. So here comes Janice, and Janice wants to do icebreakers. She said, "What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?" And I went, "This guy." He didn't like that. She goes, "What celebrity crush would you ask for a hall pass with?" And I said, "Bill Cosby." And he kind of poked at me and went, "80s Bill Cosby, not today." He goes, "Agree or disagree, taking a good shit is better than sex." Yeah. What are you eating? So that was an awkward ride home. Do you ever have a fleeting thought that you immediately judge yourself for? Like I was at the hair salon and there was this gorgeous gay man just washing my hair and rubbing my head, and I just thought, I could turn him. No, I support the gay community, I know better. I have a gay daughter. She's poly, bi, gender fluid, her pronouns are she, they, and I was like, can mommy just call you gay, is that okay? I think it's more important that I know the whole title so I can answer it correctly if I get pressed on it. Like if I say to someone, I have a gay kid, and they go, oh, what kind? I'm trying to be more progressive. I'm trying to learn from my gay daughter. She said, Mom, sometimes I like girls, and sometimes I like boys. And sometimes I like girls that are boys. And sometimes I like boys that are girls. And sometimes I like people that aren't boys or girls. And I said, stop. I am trying to be supportive, but you sound like a whore. Now explain it to mommy again slowly. And at each point tell me how many people are involved. She also has high-functioning autism. And for folks that don't know, what that really means is she just sees the world a click different than everyone else. For example, when she was 5, she decided she wanted to call her vagina her front butt. And her pediatrician was incensed with me. How can I teach her the proper names of her body parts? I said, look, lady, she's got her whole life to find out it's called a vagina. She's not gonna be 27, like, fuck me in the front butt. Number 2, we were out shopping, and she took a picture of a closed down Bye Bye Baby. And she went, Roe v. Wade. I said, what are you talking about? She said, isn't that an abortion clinic? I said, the Bye Bye Baby? The Bye Bye Baby is not a place where you can buy a baby, nor is it a place where you say bye-bye to a baby. It's a place where you buy things for a baby. And she goes, well, that's a confusing name. And I said, is it? That means you buy into the idea that there is a warehouse-sized abortion clinic next to the Bed Bath & Beyond. Number 3, she called me up. She said, you won a hot mom contest. And I said, what? She said, yeah, I'm at a party. We decided to have a hot mom contest, and everybody took out pictures of their mom, and you won. And I was like, oh, she goes, well, it was just you and one other mom, but you beat Anthony's mom. You were the hottest mom at the Dungeons and Dragons party. And I was like, fuck you, Anthony's mom. I'm like a 20-sided dice. I'm always a critical hit. 1 Dungeons and Dragons fan on the back. I see you. I see you. Now, we didn't find out she had autism until she was about 17. And when she got her diagnosis, oh, it just hit me right in the chest. I just thought, well, that makes so much sense. I just thought she was an asshole. And it does make so much sense. We do communicate so much better now, but here's what came out of it. Now, every time I meet an asshole, I'm like, oh, he's autistic. And it makes it so much easier to deal with him. I'm telling you right now, the next time you meet an asshole, if you just say to yourself, like, oh, I just need to be patient with him. It's gonna save your whole day. My daughter said, Mom, why did I get autism? And I said, because I got you vaccinated for chickenpox. No, I'm kidding, I told the truth. I said, you got the chip from your dad's got family. You got your mental health problems from Mom. I have a 15-year-old as well. When she was 12, she took out a Tinder account on her friend's phone because they thought it was funny. I said, let me see the profile. First of all, the profile picture was lesser-known actress Keira Knightley. I said, do you know who this is? And she said, she's pretty. So my 12-year-old was catfishing people on Tinder as Keira Knightley under the alias Sheila. And And I said, why Sheila? And she said it sounded more adult. This is what the profile said. This girly pop slay. No simps, no sad boys, bitch. I said, I don't think that's how adults talk. I don't know, I've never been on a dating app. When my husband and I started dating, he left me messages on my answering machine. You know how hard it is to get a dick pic off an answering machine? I did have this one idea the other day, like what would be a 90s equivalent of an unsolicited dick pic? Just be a guy with a bunch of Polaroids of his dick and he's like, look at this, look at this. Does anyone here make a little bit of noise, consider themselves like an aggressive driver, like someone who kind of weaves in and out of traffic? Yeah? What's your name? We'll pick one. What's your name? Yeah, what's your name?
Jim.
Jim? We all fucking hate you, Jim. Everyone who just last fucking hates you. You guys drive with Jim. How do you feel about Jim's aggressive driving?
Hate it.
That doesn't sound like a 5-star review to me, Jim. Here's the thing, Jim. You're a very confident driver. I'm a very nervous driver. Do you know how many people I'm gonna kill because of you, Jim? I just want to know, why do you do it, Jim? Why? Okay, I'll just be patient with you. Do you ever take a shit so big your next thought is, I should weigh myself? I'll tell you guys one more before I bring up your next comment, but if you guys enjoyed me, after the show I'll be selling some stickers for $1 or whatever you'd like to tip me. They say, Midwest hot, you sound like a whore, and big clit energy. I'll get on this last one. My baby sister Tony was born 4 months premature. And she was born with half a heart and 1 lung. And she had to live in an incubator for the first year of her life. And they said she wouldn't live past the age of 5. But she's 37 now. And she's a mom and a lawyer. Yeah. So every year at her birthday, I call her up and I say, you're supposed to be dead. You guys ready for a great show? To bring up this very first comedian for you guys. She is a regular here at the Comedy Plex as well as Mikey O Productions. Please give it up for Evelyn Kaido.